Welcome to your daily 5-minute crypto brief with Satoshi and Nova. Today is August 2nd, 2025. I am Nova.
I am Satoshi. U.S. markets open. Bitcoin, it dipped pretty sharply, didn't it? From nearly $116K down towards 114K. But the strange thing is, despite that volatility, a lot of the top coins actually finished the day higher. It seems a bit counterintuitive.
It really does. That sell-off mid-session was quite pronounced. You saw Bitcoin take that hit, and then Ether, Solana, even Doge, they dropped maybe 5-6% pretty quickly. It felt like a classic risk-off moment, triggered by some of that macro news hitting the wires. Okay, so risk-off initially, but then the bounce back. Bitcoin held around $113.06, still up about 3% day on day. Ether did even better, over 8% higher, near $3.49. And even the meme coins, DOGE, PPE, they showed some legs. So was it just dip buyers jumping in or something more?
I think it's a mixed picture, but resilience is the key word. That initial bullishness got tested, no doubt, profit-taking, those macro jitters. But the fact that buyers stepped in so strongly suggests, well, there's still a lot of underlying optimism. Conviction, maybe, even with the volatility.
Right. Let's dig into those macro jitters then. The big ones seem to be the U.S. jobs report for July. Came in pretty weak, didn't it?
Shockingly bad was the phrase some used. Only 73,000 non-farm jobs added, way under the 100K forecast. Unemployment ticked up to 4.2%, and maybe more importantly, those huge downward revisions for May and June, about 258,000 jobs wiped off previous reports. That points to a sharper hiring slowdown than we thought.
And the market reaction. Bad news for the economy, often good news for assets hoping for rate cuts.
Exactly. Suddenly, the odds of a Fed rate cut in September jumped to over 75%, according to traders. So, yeah, bad economic data potentially fueling easier money hopes. A definite tailwind for crypto, potentially.
But then, almost immediately, another macro shock, the new tariffs from President Trump. Sweeping duties, 15 to 41%.
Yeah, on goods from over 67 countries, kicking in August 7th. Reportedly the highest U.S. import duties in, well, over a century.
So what does that mean? Inflation risks, trade war.
All of the above. It definitely raises inflation worries and the fear of stagflation, slow growth, high prices. We saw Bitcoin wobble a bit on that news too. Dipped under $115K briefly. Just adds another layer of uncertainty.
And one more policy wrinkle, Fed Governor Kugler resigning.
Yeah, Adriana Kugler, effective August 8th. Unexpected. It creates a vacancy for President Trump to fill. Now, one governor doesn't change everything overnight, but it does open the door to a potentially more dovish appointment down the line. Crypto markets tend to like the sound of that. More uncertainty, but potentially tilted towards easier policy.
Okay, so serious cross currents. Rate cut hopes versus tariff fears and political shifts. And amidst all this, those liquidations yesterday were pretty brutal.
Over $630 million in leveraged positions got wiped out. Mostly longs, people betting on prices going up. It's a stark reminder, isn't it? Alts dropping 5-10% in hours really shows the risk of leverage and maybe a bit of market overcrowding. Risk management is just crucial for you navigating this.
Definitely. On a more positive note, though, some regulatory clarity emerging. The UK lifting its ban on crypto ETNs for retail investors.
That's a big step, yeah. Effective October 2025, but still significant. ETNs are basically debt instruments tracking crypto prices. Makes it easier for regular folks to get exposure through familiar regulated products. Good for adoption.
And Hong Kong stablecoin rules went live too.
August 1st. Issuers now need a license from the HKMA. It means higher costs, sure, and maybe only a few get licensed initially. But it's about building confidence, legitimacy, positioning Hong Kong as a serious regulated hub for Web3.
Got it. Lastly, shifting to the corporate side, Coinbase earnings, not so great.
No, quite disappointing, actually. Profit dropped sharply to $33.2 million in Q2. The stock took a big hit, down about 15%, lost something like $14 billion in value.
What drove that?
Primarily weakened trading volumes. It's a reminder that even if crypto prices are generally up, like in a bull market, exchanges can still suffer if people aren't actively trading much, if volatility is low, their business cycle isn't always perfectly in sync.
Okay, so wrapping up. A volatile day, yes, but the market showed surprising resilience against some major macro shocks. We've got regulatory moves in the UK and Hong Kong pushing things forward.
And a reminder from Coinbase that the industry faces its own business challenges.
So the final thought for you, the listener. We've got these huge macro forces, jobs data, tariffs, Fed policy pulling one way, and then internal industry dynamics, regulations, liquidations pulling another.
How do you decide which signals matter most for your strategy? Especially when, good news for rates comes wrapped in bad news for the economy. It's certainly a complex puzzle right now, lots of opportunity, but plenty of uncertainty too. Enjoyed the brief? Please like and subscribe. We deliver fresh market updates, macro signals, and crypto news daily in just 5 minutes. Live streams coming soon. Stay tuned.